Hey everyone, this vlog is for everybody who has experienced loss in their life, whether it was a spouse, a mother, a father, a grandfather, a pet, a child. I firstly want to start off and just say I'm extremely sorry for your loss. I always have such a hard time doing these videos, so I'm going to try and make it through without crying. But I have something really important that I'd like to share with all of you. I have been a widow for 12 years, and I used the last 12 years. I've only been in like one real relationship in 12 years, and I just want to. I did a lot of healing in this time, a lot of self love, internal work. And I don't like the word spiritualist, but I can say to you that most of the decisions that I make come from my spirit now and not my ego. So one of the things that I've learned that I hope this helps as I did my reflection from like where I am today and where I was 12 years ago, I would just like all of you that are suffering right now and have felt a loss, I want you to know that it's okay to take care of yourself. The one thing that I completely regret doing after my husband passed away was going back to work too soon. And I had to. I was a nurse back then. I used to teach nursing, and it had almost been a year after my husband had passed away. I was ill. I still was not good at all, and I was forced to go back to work. So I had another breakdown. I took a little bit more time off, but then I was forced to go back. And what happens is no one gives a fuck about you. No one's gonna give a shit about your mental health, your body, anything. You have to be your own advocate. And what I wish I had done differently is I wish I had said no. I wish that I had stood up for myself and not been forced or threatened by the insurance company to go back to work. And then when I went back to work, people are not kind. They will only put up with your grief for a maximum of 3 months. After the 3 months pass, they will begin to tell you you need to get over it. And often I get it. It's because they haven't experienced such a loss, and I understand that, but they will not be supportive. Therefore, you have to take care of yourself. I'll give you an example of what I did and how over these last 12 years, I have failed and failed and failed, and I've lost so much money, but I've also it is who I am now as well, but I could have taken the easier path. What I did was I went back to work. I ended up despising it. I ended up hating nursing. I hated the medical system. I hated the faculty, the people, the deans there. Everybody was awful. They were not supportive. They were not kind to me. They were none of that. Their agenda was they needed a body to teach. Okay? That made me resentful. So I began to not like my job. All right. So as I was going through this not liking my job, I went on another leave. And then after that leave, I didn't want to go back. I did not, but I made myself go back. So I was kind of like taking leaves, doing this back and forth, but feeling guilty for it and completely not supported. Nobody supported me. Nobody, not even my family couldn't even support me because they didn't even know what I was going through. They could not fathom or understand it, which is fine, which is okay. This is why you have to take care of yourself. This is why I'm doing this vlog. I had a 3-year-old son that I was left with. He is now almost 16, but he was 3. I had to take care of another being, not just myself. I had to take care of him and grief. Go through all this grief. So, and I'm sure you're going through that too. So, from that job, I didn't want to go back. So what did I do? Because the ego and society makes you think this too, that you have to do something. If you're at home grieving, that's not okay. No one's going to let you do that. So I went into this entrepreneurial journey. I opened up a gym. After that, I started an online business, and it was fine. I'm not going to say, like, I had a lot of learning experiences, but I dove so deep, and it was so stressful. It caused more stress, and to the point, like, I couldn't grieve anymore because I was so stressed out with this new journey that I had started, and this journey lasted 7 years. Now finally I've come to like more stability in my life, especially doing these YouTube videos. I found my soul's purpose. But looking back, and my soul's purpose is to teach. And it wasn't easy to realize that this is my soul journey. This is what I'm doing right now is not my ego, it's my soul. Even though it's hard for me to talk to you guys, I'm surprised I'm not crying. I feel so happy that I'm able to share this experience with you because I need you to take care of yourself. No one else will. And don't put yourself into chaos like I did. My ego and society, everybody around me, didn't let me feel okay with the pace that I needed to grieve at. You know, and they don't need to. As long as you feel secure within your skin and you're okay to shut the door on the person, not pick up phone calls. I don't speak to my family anymore. I have very limited friends. I lost a lot of my friends, especially through my entrepreneurial journey. Take care of yourself, even if that means going on unemployment. Reduce the way you lived. Don't jump right back into things. You will make the wrong decisions if you haven't gone through the grieving process the way you need to. Seek out support when you're ready. Don't go jumping into support if other people tell you to. That's not going to help. You're just going to become resentful. I remember sitting at a widows group. Everybody else was like, I had just turned 30, 29. I had just turned 30, I think, when my husband passed away. And he was my high school sweetheart. I was with him for 15 years of my life. I grew up with him. And I remember sitting in that group and looking at other people and thinking, really? You had so much more time. I was with your spouse. Why are you here? My grieving is more important than your grieving. Do you see that ego again in grief? Whereas it doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter if you're 29 or 75. Grief is the same. We go through the same pain when we lose a spouse. Go through that pain. Give yourself that permission. Heal yourself the way you want to, not the way society is telling you to. I hope that this message gets to whomever needs it. It is such an important message, and I just realized this today. And that's why I had to just pick up my phone, turn the camera on, and speak to you guys and urge you, please don't make that same mistake that I did. Take care of yourself. Do not listen to other people. Grieve the way you want to grieve. I love you guys. Bye.